Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Debbie. I do art videos, anything to do with art really, whether it be watercolour, adult colouring. Occasionally you'll see a haul, occasionally. I sometimes do vlogs, but today's video I've got a little present. Now, one of my subscribers / members had emailed me asking could they send me something because I was talking about it in a video and saying that I eventually want to get these things, and they kindly offered me a set, which I was blown away. So yeah, thank you to Gina. I don't know if she wants me to say her name, but I have done. I've not said your last name though. I've not said your last name. Now I'm just gonna check. Yep, all the information is on the other side, so I will be careful, like addresses and whatnot. So I'll just use my knife carefully to open this up. She's packaged it up very, very well. Very well indeed. Am I going to be able to open this without wrecking me nails that I just did? I might have to. I'm going to do this off camera. Gosh, and it's a good job I did it off camera because that took me longer than I want to admit, and that was like a workout trying to open this up then. I should have shouted my son down. So, what have we got? What have we got? So that can be moved, that now. I'm going to keep that box because I'll be able to use that to protect some of my stuff in the move. So, am I going to need the craft knife again, or can I just pull this apart, or can I just slide it out maybe? Look, and it is the Derwent Inktense blocks. I've got a small set of 12. I'll open this up properly. Yeah, so I've got a small set of 12. And I did mention, oh my blaze just broke, I did mention in one of my recent videos that I did intend on getting the larger set. I do apologise. I'm excited. I've kept a couple of palettes to pop these into. Ooh, see? Pull up the floor now. I'll do this one off camera. So here they all are, and I'll show you the little palette that I plan on putting these in. But thank you so much, Gina, for sending these to me. You know that I'll put them to good use. I'm going to experiment with these with galaxies in my watercolour paper. Of course I'll use them in my adult colouring books as well. But yeah, I'm so excited to have these now, and I'm so happy that you've included the little, is it styrofoam? Is it styrofoam? I think it is, because I'm going to cut them to size. Let's take this last one out, and then I want to swatch these babies on watercolour paper and see what they're like. I'm so excited. Oops, wrong way around, Deborah. This way. I do know that the black and the white of the Inktense block range is beautiful. It's beautiful. So you can put cardboard behind each one. Thank you so much. Thank you for just thinking of me. All that will get reused. I'm going to need as much cardboard as I don't know what. So, let me find my palettes. So, these are the palettes that I did end up keeping, and I got them with a... Was it Jackson Art? I can't quite remember. I know it was Derwent. It was Derwent's website. I got these with pencils, and I thought these would be perfect to keep as palettes. And I was right. So I've got 2 big ones and then 1 smaller size. So I'm hoping that I can fit all of this into these. Oh, I could break off little bits, and because I've got individual pans, like empty pans, I could put them in individual empty pans, and then I could get magnets I'm gonna have to go on Amazon and then get magnets and then put them in the palette. How cool would that be? In my own little travel palette sort of thing. So that's my idea with the palettes anyway. I'll have a good mess around with them this afternoon. But these are the beautiful, beautiful colours. So I do want to keep them organised. I do like my supplies to be in colour order so they won't get messed up. So I'll swatch these babies. Oh, they're just beautiful, aren't they? They're absolutely stunning. Thank you so much, Gina, for thinking of me and sending them, because, you know, you really, really didn't have to. I'm over the moon with them, I really am. Thank you so much. So let's get swatching them. Let's get swatching them. So I'll use my little pipette that I've got here. Yeah, I'll use my pipette and put a couple of drops on each of the colours just to get a little bit of an idea, and then I'm going to have to print out a nice swatch chart because my handwriting is atrocious, I think. So I like to have it on a printed piece of paper to make it look a little bit nicer. So let's start off with the reds and the oranges and the yellows. So I think I want to use, I shall use my De La Rosa. I really like this brush. I've had this for a very long time. It's only a cheap one. And I'm using Paul Rubin watercolour paper here. So let's move these out of the way for now. And let's concentrate on these. I might have to add a little bit more water, I'm thinking. Just a couple of, maybe one drop. Hello, hello. If you're hearing noises, it's a very, very, very windy day. Very windy day. It's a perfect art day, although I do need to nip out very soon, which is unfortunate. So there are our colours, and let's start swatching. Now usually I am terrible at swatching because I go swatching happy. So this isn't going to be perfect by any means. I just want to test the colours for myself and have a little nosy, to be honest. And I know that they're all going to pack a punch. So just add a little bit, just like so, and then I'm going to try and blend the colour out. See how far I can get it. And we've got a nice roll over her there. That's the problem with pets. The hairs get everywhere. Let's have a look. Is this a pink one? Oh, it's more like a burgundy shade. I'm really excited to try this and try these with a Galaxy. I think they'll be absolutely stunning. Now they do work differently from watercolour. Once these babies have dried, as long as you've activated that colour, they shouldn't move. Let's say I let these completely dry, the darkest bit will reactivate because that pigment hasn't been fully activated, but all this shouldn't activate again. It's in the name, ink. That's a beautiful red colour as well, isn't it? Is this the burgundy? Because I know that there's, yes, I know that there's a really lovely burgundy, but it's more like a really red burgundy, this one. See how easy they blend out. So we've got 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're up to this red. Beautiful. Oh, I'm so excited to have a good mess around with these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was literally using my Inktense pencils as well last night. So these are going to get used. As soon as I've finished editing this video, these are going to get played with. I'm going to attempt a Galaxy. That'll be interesting. So beautiful variation of colours. I'm interested in the purples and the blues and the pinks, the really dark pinks that I've got my eye on, to be honest, because that's the colours that I tend to gravitate towards when I'm doing any sort of galaxies. I just love that colour combination. So let's do a few more of these. Don't want to do all of them. Let's see how far I can pull this colour. pretty far indeed. So let's go with a true yellow. This will be a really bright one. Yep. And what I'll do, I'm going to let that dry and I'm going to go over the top with some water with that one. Like I said, I don't want to swatch every single one of these colours because I want to do it neat and take my time. And I don't know, do you like swatching videos? Or do they get too boring, tedious? So we'll try some of these earthy colours. Now I have tried the black and the white before. Let's try some of these earthy colours though. Greens. I hope that one there is like a Payne's grey. I love Payne's grey. I've got the biggest tube possible of a Payne's grey. It's my favourite watercolour shade. I don't know what it is, it's the different shades of blues and blacks and greys in it. I just love it. And then we've got this earthy colour as well. Let's add a little bit more to that one. So these ones will be really nice for landscapes, won't they? Like if you're doing a sea, let's say it's a sea and then you've got sand, but now you've got grass over the sand, like this colour, oh, it's getting me excited to use like watercolours again, even though I know they're not watercolours, because I've not really picked up my watercolours properly in nearly a month. I think last month I only did one galaxy, which that was surprising for me. Is this going to be a gorgeous turquoise colour? Look at that. It's just beautiful. I am in love. Let's have a look at this blue. That's a really true like sea blue, that one. Oh. And what about a really dark turquoise? Oh, look at that. I bet you're sick of hearing me make the noises now. And let's have a look at this one. I think this is going to be my favourite of the collections. Is that what they're meant to be? Like different collections? Not sure, but let's have a look at this pink, because it's usually like a fuchsia that I go for. A mid to dark purple and some blues and Payne's grey. That's my usual go-to for galaxies. So I'm really, oh my god. That is amazing. So let me just try something here. Let me activate some more of these colours. Let me just see. Now this is okay watercolour paper, it's not the best, you know, but it does swatching just fine. I just want to see what they're going to be like. Blending in the style that I do my galaxies. I should have done it more in the centre, shouldn't I? Some more of that pink. I think it's going to take some practice because it does act different than watercolour. Let's try one of these purples. That is a really deep purple. More of that pink. I'm actually going to use my heat gun with this and see what this looks like dry, so I can actually show you. Some more of that blue. Where was that blue? It was that one. Now I've just used my heat gun for like 30 seconds on it, and some of the areas feel dry to the touch and others don't, but I do want to test I just put clean water on it, I know that certain areas are going to reactivate because they're not fully blended out. Like these dark purples and blues will reactivate. But I just want to see what the rest is going to be like, you know, how it behaves once it's reactivated. And what does it dry again like? I am putting a lot of water on here. I really am draining it in water. Let's test. So that yellow is not moving. The colour that you can see is from my water that's turned a lovely hue of purple brown. But let's say I activated this orange. That should, yeah, because it's not fully reactivated. It's not fully activated at the top. It's a lot darker. Whereas if I try and activate maybe this one, that shouldn't move because that's already been activated and that will stick there. Same as like these areas, can you see here? They're not moving. So it's going to be really interesting to have a good play around with these. They are a different sort of medium. They're not watercolours and they do behave, by the looks of it, completely different to watercolours. So it's going to be really interesting. And I'm intrigued to learn all the different techniques that I can use with this different medium. So thank you again to Gina for sending me these and even just thinking about me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please do give it a thumbs up and I will see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.